Grenada is one of the countries that depends highly on imported goods. The country's food import bill stood at US $77 million for the period 2001 to 2021. With recent developments that led to the reduction in the number of cargo vessels traversing the Panama Canal, it prompts the question, is Grenada likely to be impacted? Connie St. John, Sales and Marketing Manager at St. John's Agency, in an exclusive interview with GBN, gave a breakdown on how this adjustment impacts imports.
So what we will see happening here is that vessels that ply that route, and most vessels do, especially the larger vessels from the Far East, they will have to access the Panama Canal to get to the bigger Caribbean islands and onto Grenada eventually. So what we will see happening is that the bigger vessels will not be able to move through the canal at full capacity. As you know, these are huge ships and they carry tons of cargo. So that cargo will significantly be reduced. So therefore, you will also have longer transit times because of the backlog of vessels, etc., and the priority given to work by different vessels. So you have a backlog. So what you will see is that cargo is taking longer to come to Grenada, for example, whereas a container from China may have taken 6 weeks or could take 6 weeks. It may run into just 2 months or so.
St. John said they are hoping the situation will improve, although there is no immediate word on how soon. The Sales and Marketing Manager explained that with the increase in freight cost, prices on commodities are also likely to increase.
And also what the lines will do to safeguard themselves because of the low cargo drop, we will have to increase on the freight. So for example, CMA CGM, the line that St. John agencies represent, we have taken the step to increase cargo that will be going through the canal by $150 per TEU. So just to break it down, a 20-foot container is considered 1 TEU, a 40-foot container is considered 2 TEUs. So right now you will see an increase of $150 per 20-foot container, $300 per 40-foot container. Well, we can see that happening because, of course, if the consignee, that's the importer of the goods, has to pay more freight-wise, he will have to pass that on to customers. So you can see an increase if that situation continues. Maybe we will see an increase on the shelves.
Panama Canal recently announced a reduction in the maximum number of ships traveling through the waterways to 31 per day from 32 in August due to drought. 9 ships per day will be allowed to use the bigger Neo-Panamax locks, and 22 per day will be handled through the older Panamax locks. The Canal Authority granted a draft of 44 feet for ship, in part because 70% of ships using the waterway need at least that depth. In August, the canal implemented a measure capping the number of ships passing through its locks daily to a maximum of 32. Not enough rain has fallen to feed the watershed systems of rivers and brooks that fill the lakes, whose waters in turn fill the locks. Now, successive monthly cuts will drop the number of ships per day down to 18 by February. The authority also set weight and depth limits, meaning only smaller ships and ships carrying less cargo can use the 51-mile passage. This is the lowest water level in the 109 years since the canal was opened, according to earth.org. Christelina John, GBN News.